I think we got it. All right. Hello, everybody. This is Maniac for Bricks. Welcome back from Greenberg. I got home a little while ago. I decided to do some Lego building because spontaneous Lego live stream is spontaneous Lego live stream. Everybody loves it. This is actually a Lego set that I got a while ago from eBay. 3432 from Lego Sports. This is not the same one that was at it's the same set at Greenberg, but it's not the same copy of the set. Because I did mention that in my haul, or not the haul. I mentioned that in my mock showcase video yesterday when going around to some of the other tables before we wrapped up the video, and there just happened to be a seller with this in it. But this is the one I got from eBay a while ago at a pretty good price, and I believe it's complete. We're going to find out through this video. And just, I'm chilling, hanging out, talking about Lego and all that stuff. Ooh, there's even like 1 or 2 sealed bags in here. I can tell. Ooh, excuse me. The burps start coming and they don't stop coming. Joseph, how's it going? Fox Racing Dirt Bike Men's Pants Size 32. That was a weird message. A message from the great beyond of eBay. Wow. Okay. This is used. I can't falter it for being used, but wow. It's kind of bendy and crummy looking for the stickers. At least they're all here. Looks like they're all here. 1 or 2 of them a little hard to see because it's white on clear. You know what? I'm not even sure if this was an open set that much. This is the only, one that seems significantly like a bag. This is partially open. The rest of these seem like authentic, bags, not like a giant Ziploc or anything like this one. How much of this was even built? I don't know, but we're going to build all of it, or as all of it as I can get. I got even a little Lego postcard in here, as they put in with a lot of Lego products at the time for shop at home. They'd be like, hey, you could buy it in the mail. Or, get our catalogs. I did get the recent catalog. I didn't know people liked the read-throughs. I haven't really done that many read-throughs. I don't know if it was worth doing them here, because same material on another channel. I don't know. Anywho, got a lot of stuff here. Been surviving the storm. There's a few flood warnings in my area, and at the convention, I saw the lights flicker a bit, but everything seems okay for now. No big water damage at home or anything like that, so it seems all good here. All good on the home front. Just moving a bunch of the basketball court pieces out of the way. We'll get to those in a bit. When this thing is built, I will try to get it into a nice setup. It's not going to be the final resting place because that's not ready yet, but it'll probably fit like another table or something. How much did I get it for? Good question, actually. I think it was around 30 with shipping or something like that. Where did all the people go? I saw a bunch of people here, and then they were gone. They not... I'm not... Am I that bad? I don't know. I'll give you 1 sec. Just 1 sec. Trying to find the account and see the what it actually went for. I'll show it here through the live stream. Thank you. I did see that. Thank you. Come on. Home? No. Let's just get... Alright, let's just do that then. Didn't think I had to go onto the app, but now we will. I mean, it's delete an app to go onto an app. My phone is crammed with photos and video for upcoming videos, for ones that meant to be uploaded a long time ago. like back in April or so. There's still Philly Brickfest stuff on there. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess, but, I'll work through it. But if I remember correctly, I think it was around $30 that I paid for this a couple months ago. Oh, there we go. For the... What do you mean I need to clear more space? What are you talking about? Let me see what I can do. It's going to be a lot of effort, but I do want to answer your question, so stay tuned. If you have any questions, other questions, Lego related or otherwise, let me know in the comments. I have been trying to catch up with other people's videos lately. There was like one or two that fell behind a day, and then it's like a follow-up the next day, and it's like, oh, well, I would have said something. I just didn't get around to the video. I don't know. Let's see now. How about now? Okay, good. Still bringing it up. Because it's like, I tried to go through the browser to find eBay, and then it was like, oh, you gotta download the app. And it's like, all right, fine. Not that I don't like the app, I just thought, if I can use the browser, I will. Purchases, there we go. Enter that information. I did take a trip by the Lego store today. I'm not sure when the haul is going to come out for that, but I did try to get on some of the promos, as well as get stuff for Bazaar Lego. I'm trying to limit the spending for Lego stuff that's going to be about mocks I'm working on now, or Bazaar Lego, if I need photography or whatever for certain things. Tie it back to that. Okay. It was $25 for this, plus $20 shipping. That's $45, so a little different than before. Nathan Bricks, nice to see you here. And I believe the listing said it was either mostly complete or, like, not sealed, because we can already see that it's not sealed. It should be, like, mostly complete. That's my expectation. Ooh! Hello. Hello. That's a tire, folks. I have never seen a tire in trans clear. Anything beyond the normal black is a little interesting. Got our first guy built. This is, what do we call it? There's no actual basketball players, no real-world basketball players for any of these sets. Most of them have the red and purple teams with already existing Lego faces. By the way, I do want to mention, back in the time when they had the heads already on the bodies. They did that at one point. And I'm not saying for the basketball sets in particular. I'm saying for any Lego set. They did that. I do remember growing up with that. Perforated bags. Let's see here. Dig out all the minifigs because it's the first thing we got to build. Might be a long one. It's a bigger area. I talked about this set recently in the Price Prestige video. Mostly just with like the factor that this is a play set. This is a miniature sports field, basically tabletop game. Like the idea of this costing, I think it was like $50 retail back when this came out in 2002. So what I got it for wasn't that bad. With box, with pieces. You saw some of the bags were unopened. So that's pretty nice. Oh, we got another one of those funky tires. I'm going to dig those. Truth be told, I do like looking through specific Lego parts. I keep up with like the new Elementary. If you haven't heard of that blog, please check it out. They have some great information if you want to learn about new Lego stuff. Not only Lego sets, but like Lego pieces, colors, things like that. They do really well, documenting everything on that. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what happened with this. Like, there's no way that somebody partially built this and then put it back in the box and decided to sell it. This must have been like, maybe the box was damaged or something? It didn't look too bad. It's mostly just the one side with the hole punch. Now that part being open. Are we missing basketball players? I've only found like 4 red guys and 3 purple guys. And to put in perspective, there should be 5 of each. So we may be missing a few basketball players. I think we'll still get the play functions out of this. But yeah, and this guy's currently missing his pants. But there's an extra pair of red pants here. I'm not calling foul on quality control. It's, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is incomplete and used. Let's see. Maybe got stuck underneath something. There's a lot of larger like rant pieces in here. If these are in a different color, these would be great for my beach town. I have white and dark gray, I think, in there already, and you know they're good, but I don't want to have them match because it's like one side is one, the other side's the other. It's not quite, it doesn't quite go together. Oh, we got one more bag here. We got a couple basketballs that have been floating around. Stick them over here for now. There we go. I'm going back to the box to be sure there's nothing else in there. No? Okay, there was. There was a piece of cardboard. That's... Alright, I think we can confirm this is incomplete. As far as figures go, see about the rest of the stuff. Ew. Hair. Yeah, let's see how the rest of the stuff goes. This is going to be fun to push this back a bit. Try to fit it around there. Well, no. I'm still looking into the Harry Potter minifigures. I did see that comment. Sorry, I missed it before. I am still looking into them, but I'm taking my time with them. I know that getting Percival Graves is going to be like the last minifigure for me for the series because he's the most elusive, because he's the most rare, but I'm taking it one at a time. I currently have Dan Thomas, something like that. I don't remember his name exactly. Dean Thomas, that's the one. I currently have Dean Thomas, and I've opened that up for a previous video, but I'm still looking into just a couple other ones for now, but I'll figure out the rest later. Eventually I will get them all, or at least all but Percival Graves. That's what I'm expecting. The thing is, I want to get ones that I know I'm going to need for Bizarre Lego at the moment, and I do need it for the evolution of Lego. I did note that they have a couple newer body types because there's the newer molded legs, there's the newer molded robe piece, or dress piece as some people would say it, slope, you know, that is used for some of them like Voldemort and Dumbledore, you know, trying to get those kinds of figures. At least 1 or 2 of each, just as a sample, you know. Because currently that's the only series, I believe, that has them. There's probably going to be a bunch more real soon, but might as well write it down while I can. I know that some of the information like that is going to become obsolete, because in some time it'll be like, oh, look, a bunch of them have it. And it's like, well, this is at least noting that this was the first, or, you know, relatively the first to do so. So, oh, need that. So this is making the court. This is how the basketball game is played. Each of the minifigures stand on different pegs that are on top of these, and it helps them with like shooting hoops. It's pretty cool. I did grow up with the basketball sets. I have to put them all back together, but they were fun. I really enjoyed them when they came out, and I wasn't even a basketball fan. That goes to show. I really did enjoy them because they had something unique that still worked with Lego pieces, you know? Like, it still goes together, and... yeah. Okay. Gotta take these two out for now and sync those up. Oh, okay. Maybe that wasn't as large as I thought. I mean, this is only the base of it. It's gonna get more complicated after that, and a little bit larger after that, but it'll work. Beanie Bricks. Oh. I don't mean to step on his toes. I tried to check on my notifications that he wasn't live, but I guess he just went live. Because, like, right before... oh, okay. That was a weird sound. Let me see. You know, it didn't show up for me. I have notifications turned on. It went live an hour ago. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it was live now. Sorry. I'm like, I don't want to step over anyone if they're already in a live stream. I'll watch the stream, but I'm gonna go live on top of them. You know, it's a thing that's been going around for the community, avoiding that or the suspicion of sabotaging a stream, and you know, I think we're mostly cool about it. Also, if it seems a little bit weird for the lighting in here, it's because I only have one lamp or so on. I probably should turn on the ceiling light. Collaboration. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be any better for lighting. Let me scroll back a bit. I don't know what you mean by just the word collaboration. If you can elaborate on the collaborate, that would be great. Okay, yeah. So we added in all the points so that it'll be more sturdy. Even though you can see, I don't know. Okay, so that's the base. Now I need to build some of the sidelines, I believe. I don't know if these are going to have to be like by 2 or something. Like they're different on each side. And the last I saw Jim Blake go live was 20 hours ago. That's interesting. Aha! Okay. I mean, like, you could join his stream. Well, yeah. That could happen. I was right. It showed here one side, but I flipped a few pages before I started building anything. There's a small 2x on the one page. And I'm like, okay, good. I know that. Build both. Here's the thing. Older Lego sets are much more painful about building in general. Having built ones as old as the 50s and 60s, I've seen some really bad instructions in Lego sets. Ones that are very vague, or they throw a lot at you for one step, and even to an advanced builder, it's hard to follow. Like the kind of steps in the 50s they had was like, you build, it shows you a base with a couple pieces on it, but then the next step will be like a whole nother like level built on top of that. And it's like, how did I get there? How do you do that? And the days go by. Sorry, my talking heads is showing. Anywho, this is the other thing. This is another thing that frustrates me about instructions. You know what really grinds my gears about Lego instructions? A lot of things. So, I started out with dark gray, because in the instructions, it looked like dark gray. Well, it turned out to be black, because I was trying to find a black brick that did not exist in here. Again, unless it was incomplete. but compared to the other colors of pieces, it's supposed to be black, but it doesn't come through as black. This is a thing that I've seen with LEGO instructions for a long time. You know, growing up with different sets and even looking through older sets, I've seen it so many times where they have that kind of issue, where it's not quite black in the instructions. It's not black and white. It's not black and black. It's hard to tell. You know, whether it's a black or a dark gray. It's a little hard to tell between them because when they show black in the instructions, they have it lighter black or something where the true black that's on there is printed for the numbers or in between steps like a line or something, or the border around the Lego pieces so that you would tell that it's a plate and not a tile sort of stuff. But because of that, because of the lighter black that they use for like the majority of the piece, you don't know which one it is. You don't know if it's the if it's a certain piece. Or at least for me. I don't know if everybody has that kind of beef. I personally do. And I get it. I get that having a jet black Lego piece printed in the instructions is, first of all, a little bit more ink. And second of all, tougher to tell apart when you're trying to build something. But, you know, it's doesn't add up. Doesn't work out. Okay. That part is good. Now we're on a roll. And this makes a little bit more sense now. So as far as the convention today, I didn't think of doing any like convention vlog or anything like that for Philly, like I did for Philly and for Shot Culture Con. It's like the mock showcase is probably the highlight of any footage I could show of those kinds of conventions, because it's like throughout the day I basically sat in the same spot except for getting lunch. Once or twice I walked around outside of getting lunch, but it was mostly like just making sure my stuff is working and you know, talking with people that are also, you know, displaying with me. And Ninja Tanic, nice to see you here. What was that you said? What's the hardest Lego set you have built? Good question. If I was like 10 years younger, I would say, or more, because technically it came out in 2001. If I was much younger, I would say Hagrid's Hut. It's a very frustrating build for me as a kid. And I'm sure that if I get the pieces again and try to build it again, it probably wouldn't be too bad. But the original Hagrid's Hut from Lego Harry Potter was frustrating because the base did not hold together well when you tried to add everything on top of it. It was like, I like the idea of how it was made, and maybe part of the fact was because I was building it on a carpet, so it wasn't completely stable. But hey, bricks and pieces, nice to see you here. The part of the problem might have been that I was building on a carpet, which made it unstable. But I had a hard time where I would have to build a whole bunch of plates next to each other with only a couple bricks interlocking them. And then you'd have to keep building layers of bricks on top of them, mostly one brick thick, and they would keep popping off, like from the bottom plate or so. And sometimes the walls would pop off, because, again, they're pretty hollow. So if I built it on a table, it might be a different story. I don't know if it would be the same way nowadays, but when I was younger, that was always my go-to, most frustrating Lego build. Nowadays, having built more Lego sets and understood a little bit more and tried to actually build them on a table and other surfaces, there was a handful of sets, maybe in the 50s or 60s, that, like I said before, which was hard to follow the instructions. The pieces were basic, but to understand which pieces went where and be sure that you didn't run out of a certain type of piece But that was the other thing. Most of these were like used and didn't know if they were complete. So if there was a piece missing, I don't know. But yeah, there was a handful of them where it was just like, I don't know what piece fits here, and we'll be able to like go together. I can't really think of anything beyond that was like a really hard build, like genuinely like understood the instructions, but was somehow challenging. Maybe the Republic Cruiser, which I still have to find again. I don't know where it is. I've been trying to look for it in and out of 2 years. I still don't know where it is. Nerdbrick 101, how's it going? And Bricks and Pieces, I am building a Lego NBA set that I got several months ago. This is 3432, I forget what the name is, NBA Challenge. When this is done, it should be a fully operational basketball court. Problem is, I've already found a couple minifigures were missing, so I don't know if there are any pieces missing. A lot of these pieces came from, if you look back in the video, they came from like authentic Lego bags, like perforated and everything. So there's a good chance that only a couple things would be missing, or like if there's a certain bag missing or something like that. I did discuss before that when I got this months ago from eBay, I paid about $45 for it, including shipping. The original retail price of it was $50 US back in 2002 when this came out. So it doesn't sound bad, and adjusting for inflation, I don't know exactly what it would cost nowadays, but or even like what the current market value of it is, but it sounds pretty good. It's not necessarily a most wanted set or a grail set or anything. It was just one that I was kind of interested in. I did want to try a more larger basketball field, which I already had a soccer field from the first run of Lego Soccer. I still have to rebuild it, but it's around. But that was something that I was just like, I want to try that out. I had some of the other basketball sets from back in the day. Most of those pieces are all over the place. They're probably in mocks as we speak. But, yeah. I think this will be something fun to experience. Let me scroll back up. Do you think it would be possible to make Lego bricks by making a mold in clay or anything like that, then using plastic to make the part? Like the clay surrounding the plastic when it's injection? I don't know. I have a feeling clay probably wouldn't work so well. I'm no chemist by any means, and I've only done ceramics for a year and a half, maybe, at best, in high school. So, take it with a grain of salt when I say, I don't think clay as a mold would work so well because the heat that's required to heat up the plastic and therefore, make the injection molding that you see for Lego pieces would be too hot for the mold, and I feel like it would crack. I mean, yes, clay gets heated to a point where it retains its shape, but it's still fragile, and it can still be heated further to a point where it can be destroyed. But again, I'm no expert on that front. That's just throwing my 2 cents in. I need a brick separator. And I forgot, this is in an era where they don't have brick separators. I thought I had one with me. Hold on. I got one over here. Not only do I have a brick separator, I have a ghost. Because he's attached on the same keychain. That works. I accidentally put the plates too far in from what the instructions showed. These are thorough. These are thorough instructions. No matter how many times I built Lego sets in all different shapes and sizes and themes and colors, I still get them wrong. It's gonna happen. Excuse me. Let's see now. I forgot I had the stream pulled up on the side so I can still chat. I won't have to put my finger up on the lens or anything. I just have to charge my phone. There it is. There's the wire. Don't you hate that? Yeah, I get you. Nerdbrick 101, nice to see you. Parts that have to be fired and hardened. Yeah, there you go. I tried something, just need to get plastic somehow. Well, I don't know how easy it is to get plastic that would be used in like 3D printing, like the spools of plastic. That's the closest one I can think of. Again, no expert material here. I just messed up on a Lego set. What do you... Not really expert material. Oh, the sky's looking nice outside. I have windows up here this is in the dining room. I'm looking out the window now, and there's like these really... I love... It's in the summer at best, but it could be, you know, other points of the year. Summer at best, it looks great. I love when the sun's already set or almost setting, and you just look outside and you can see pink clouds with a little bit of purple in between them. Or even if it's just full pink. It's awesome. It's a great view. Aesthetic, basically. Did I miss something up here? Benny Bricks, would you consider selling any of your Lego? I have. I still kind of am right now. I've just been low-key sharing about it. You know, through Instagram or otherwise. You know, people have asked me about certain Lego figures, parts, whatever, sets sometimes. And if it's something that I feel I could let go of, then I'm like, yeah, well, we'll work something out. Now, I'm trying to make it reasonable. I might do another video about it, but try to actually appear on the video, because the last time I did it, I only did it with, like, text only, and some sarcasm may be inserted in there, but, yeah, it was, wasn't as clear. So, it's, you know, it's not like I'm doing it as a part-time job. I'm not doing it as a brickling store or anything like that. It's just like, no, every once in a while I need to let go of some of this. And this is a time where I feel like I could really let go of it so that I can just keep things smooth without, you know, before getting into serious work and having that as an income. This is just like a part-time, you know, income thing. Oh, these are the bleachers. Okay. All right. Good thing I saw the step, so I know what to do next here. This actually strangely feels solid. Just like the combination of plates and bricks interlocking with each other. It feels solid so far. And the pieces feel real good. Like I said, this may be used, but they came from really nice bags. Like, very few scratches I can see on any pieces. And if it was severe enough, you know, I would do more with it. Okay, now we get the dark gray plates that I ranted about before. There we go. I gotta say, these people are sitting pretty close to the action. Strangely enough, in LEGO Sports, there is no sitting minifigure. Because of the way they designed the torso, the way they designed both the torsos and the legs. I mean, more about the legs, obviously, but the torsos play into part of the feature. What was everyone's inspiration for their YouTube names? I did a whole video about it, but I'll give you the brief summary. When I first started YouTube, I went under VanPurple09, which is, you could actually search through URL or whatever, and you could probably still find the channel. VanPurple09 came from two of my favorite bands at the time, of 2009. It came from Van Halen and Deep Purple. I didn't start watching YouTube then. I watched it like pretty much 2005, like just as it was starting up as a new thing online. And I was hooked on it. I was definitely hooked on a lot of Lego brick films at the time. So I said I was going to give you the long and short, and I didn't. So sometime later, I wanted to do something else. I wanted to make it a little bit more like an actual channel and do stuff on it. I wasn't sure about the name VanPurple09, and I thought, hey, I think I also had like a problem logging in with it or something. So I developed a new channel, and when I first thought about making it, this is a true story, when I first thought about making it, my decision for my username was based on the first song that shuffled in my iTunes library. And I had an extensive library of music, so there were good chances that anything could show up. The first song was You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. I kid you not. And therefore, I made my username 13HammerTime62 as part of using that name, or using that phrase from the song. I started actually having YouTube videos as 13HammerTime62's Lego set reviews. It got a little more difficult when I wanted to branch out from reviews, like doing haul videos, because it wasn't as catchy for the jingle or whatever. And then I was like, there's nothing about this username that actually relates to Lego, or me. There's nothing, like, sure I like the song, but it's not really part of my personality. A long time ago, before that, my dad was helping me make an email or something, make a username, and one of the ideas he threw out there was Maniac for Legos, because we call it Legos. Or nowadays, not as much, but, you know, I decided to move my name over to Maniac for Legos and then Maniac for Bricks later. So, yeah, that is actually a shorter version than what I did on the video, believe it or not. So now we got the ramp pieces added in here, so we have like definitive like mats in between where the bleachers would be. So it again feels solid. Feels like not too bad. Not pieces are really going together. Hey, no problem, Ninja Tanic, if you have to go for a minute. I will definitely still be live by the time you get back, because I don't think this is halfway done. Might be a little more than that. Alright, so we got a lot of these flags on the side. This, I believe, is for the counters, because you could like keep track on each side. Again, this is a very tabletop Lego set, which is a fun idea. I kind of want Lego to bring this back in a way, but I'm not sure if how they would do it differently from this method, and still comply with like standard, building techniques and things like that. It's interesting. Most of the Lego sports sets were tabletop sets. I can only think of like one or two of them that were outside of that, but they were for like collectible stands for the minifigures, or something like it. Yeah, I definitely like the name Maniac for Bricks. It feels better being called by it, or just announcing myself as that. Sure, it doesn't exactly have me in the name, but Maniac was something that I grew up with. Not because people called me that. I mean, like, I grew up with the Lego Maniac and Lego Mania magazine, and in the late 90s, a lot of things were Mania or Maniac in some way. outside of Lego even. So I feel like that's nice because it ties into my place in Lego. You know? Sometimes I throw 90s, style or reference into the videos to try to, like, keep that idea going for it. And that's why I'm okay with the videos being amateur, because it's like, well, I don't mind the technology being behind a decade, or or some people said. But it's like, we're good? Okay, we're good. Sorry about that, everyone. My iPhone was running out of battery and just kicked out of the stream with no warning. I didn't have anything that was like 10% battery. It's just like, oh, no, it's done. So, I do still see the chat. DJ Platt, nice to see you here. Do you? Do I what? Mr. Lego Guy, nice to see you in the room. Alright, so we are now doing another double build. This time, this is for right at the end of the, I was going to say goalpost, like it's soccer. Sports! Yeah, that's how acquainted with sports I am. What I was going to say was, this is at the end where the basketball hoops would be, like right underneath it. There's a really cool play feature. And I'm really excited to see how this goes together. Not only how I build it, but like how it actually works. It's a double build, once again. Again, the pieces feel good. I don't buy old, what do you call it? I don't buy old Lego sets that have been sealed that often. I think the last time I did was a Lego UFO set. And that was a couple months ago. But still, it kind of feels nice. Where it's like a throwback of style, a throwback of colors. This is the older gray. That kind of stuff. And also just feels new because of the pieces. It's like an anomaly. Okay. How's everybody's day going? Sorry, I keep stammering. I'll work on that. I have still been trying to work on getting the promos, like both promos at once. It is difficult to get right at $25 of Unikitty stuff, because you could get 2 of the $10 sets, well, $9.99 basically, and 1 of the Unikitty packs, but that's only $4 or $3.99 really. So that leaves you like 3 pennies short of it. In the system, it will actually probably won't work. I tried it on Lego Shop at Home once before just to test it out. Of like, okay, how would I go about this? That sort of thing. And hello? Nope, no one's there. Okay then. I don't buy old Lego sets mainly because they're very expensive. Yeah. I definitely don't buy them like in the new condition sort of thing, because they can be expensive. But if you look in the right places or under the right people, you could find used Lego sets, you could find old Lego sets without breaking the bank. You may have to clean up pieces here and there, depends on the condition that they had it in. Some of them may be incomplete, but if you don't mind it as much, you can do good with it. I've definitely done that like a number of times where I got stuff for very little. It's tempting for this weekend to possibly do the same thing, but so far, so good. Let's see now. Oh, I see now. How this is going together. It's like a very weird look on it, but it's a neat play feature, if I'm understanding it correctly. Ah, we're in the era of the Technic 2-axle being a black one instead of a red one. Don't take that out of context. I'm thinking after this live stream, I have been working on another Gaming Dope video or two. Sega, how's it going? Still working on the silly Death Star now. Yeah, that's crazy. After this live stream, I was going to work back on Gaming Dope. I meant to put up an episode yesterday, but I didn't because I didn't have the right time or, scripting it that well. I kept running it over and I was like, this doesn't sound good. I had to record this tomorrow. I did the recording and I got some tracks for it, but still have to put it all together. It's actually going to be more of a slideshow than me on camera talking about it, but I think it'll still be good. And it's trying to think. It's maybe the second or third episode of Gaming Toad that has to do with a multi-part. Like, more of this will pick up in part 2 sort of thing. But, as it is, it'll still be, well-rounded. It'd be like, here's the thing I'm going to talk about, here's the points about it, and, leave it as is. It's not like, but what about this point? You have to see part 2. It's more like, if you want to learn more about my points, or, extra points that I put onto there, part 2, If that makes sense. So the trans clear tires I mentioned in the beginning, that's how they fit on there. Doesn't look that way in the instructions, but I guess it's more of a cushion. Interesting. I didn't expect it to be used that way, but all right. We did get I saw some. Kellen, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm having fun with the NBA set so far. For those who have been following me through Instagram, yes, this is the same one I talked about that was from Everybody Loves Raymond, and I watched the entire season to find it almost every episode. Because I had nothing better to do for that day. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this when it's done. Where was I going with that? Benny was saying, I saw some massive set for $2, but it was $299 shipping. Yeah, that's kind of just a weird eBay strategy of pricing something low, but the shipping is incredibly high. But they're BSing it. There's no way that it costs that much in the mail, It's just kind of a trick of the... It's just kind of like a trick of the eye, where it's that's $2? That's not bad. And then they click, buy now, and it's uh-oh, I'm committed to $300. Yikes. I've only had something like that once before. I think it was the first time I used eBay buying Lego. And I didn't realize that the shipping was $13. But when I got it in the mail, it had a label on it that said it was $5 or something close to that. It was ridiculously lower than it was supposed to be. Or what it said online. Yeah, what can I say? I'm a Lego maniac. I love finding references of Lego in media. Without very subtle. It's not an advertisement. It's not a Lego episode. It's just oh, I noticed that thing in the background. It's Lego. It's all fun. This was actually at Greenberg Train Show this weekend, but this is not the set from there. I bought it a long time ago from eBay. Alright, so now we put these things in. They slide in. And you can kind of see where it is on the ends. Where it's going to go on each end of the basketball hoop. So you have this part that can turn back and forth. Then you have this crank with a cam on it. So it looks like they're jumping up in the air. That's pretty cool. You can do it real fast. And try to block the shot. That is very cool. I like that. It's a very nice look. Cams, bring them back, Lego. It's a cool play feature. I probably used them a couple times. I just haven't noticed. Okay. Now I need to make the outside. And then I think the basketball hoop might be the last thing. I saw someone selling the original UCS Falcon for like $10. And I looked at the shipping of $700. Yikes. Oh, yeah. Again, a fake out. eBay clickbait. There you go. That's a good way to call it. I'm not sure if I got a good deal on the Death Star. I feel like it did. It seems like authentic Lego. Yes, it's glued together, but for $50, you got a lot there. And yeah, there's still pieces missing, but it's not like you got a quarter of the model. It seems significant enough that, as it is, $50 is pretty good for it. And like you said before, Sega, the best part about it, like the part that makes the money worth it, is getting the sticker for the display, because that by itself, it goes for some money. I don't know what money, but it's a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 10 are done. I gotta keep bringing this thing back in. It's like so big. I'm like, how do I build around this but still see the instructions? Not as the best table. Wow, it looks dark now. This is only like a couple minutes later after I said, oh, the sky looks pretty and all the pink clouds and... No. You look outside now, it's mostly black with some hints of blue, like a dark blue. Which, it's cool in its own way. And I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like, man, when that sun was gone. It's, for those who watch SpongeBob, it's like, hurry up, SpongeBob. I think it's getting dark. Going back to Maniac, aren't we? The hall monitor episode. I am the open window maniac. It's the maniac. I should make that as part of my channel or something. Just take a clip of Patrick saying, "Ah, it's the maniac. Take him away." I don't know. I thought about that with like splicing people saying the word maniac into a whole bunch of stuff, and like somehow putting it for my channel. I don't know, but it's like they're not saying it about my channel, so that's why I was like, I don't know, leave it alone. Did you go out for Pokemon Community Day? I didn't even know that was a thing. Also, I've been having trouble with Pokemon Go because my phone ran out of memory. I have to update Pokemon Go, but I have to delete a bunch of apps in order to, make the update happen. So, I was out, but I couldn't go on Pokemon Go. So it wasn't updated. Everybody getting those good stuff. It's tomorrow. Okay, I'll see what I can do to update the phone, to update the app on the phone, and get that out there. It should be your channel intro. I've wanted to do a channel intro for videos for a long time, and I've only partially done an outro, sometimes an intro, but I didn't know what would fit. And I felt like I was going to try to do something that may be stop motion, but it's a lot of effort. And even the last time I did stop motion for an intro, it was a lot of effort from me. Also, I had to lean over half a table in order to film it. It was not easy. It's a wide table. So, yeah, I'm still tossing around what I would do. I want to bring back the first intro that I did and make it better. Because I had the original intro that I had for my channel with the Welcome to 13 Hour Times 62's Lego set reviews. I had it where my sig fig would jump off the backside of a yellow couch. I love that mock, so that's why I had it in the intro. It would jump off the backside of a yellow couch into a pile of Lego pieces. But this is 2012 Joey we're talking about, and instead of having it in actual stop motion, I had it like on the back of a minifigure holding a stick or something. Let me see if I could like demonstrate it here roughly. You can even watch the older videos if you want to cringe. But it was like holding the minifigure here, falling back, you know? And I had the camera on the other end. It's a cool idea, yeah. But if I can improve that, if I can add that into something like add more to it, I think it would be a good intro. And somehow have my name, Maniac for Bricks, put somewhere on the screen, you know? I thought about like having him, you know, jump backwards and then land on top of the intro instead of landing into a pile of pieces. Kevin Rydell, nice to see you here. Eevee Day, that's interesting. 2 to 5 tomorrow. Severe day with possible shinies. Oh, Sever Day. Okay. I don't know if I have any shinies. I did get... Oh, dropped a piece. Pardon me. I did get a few Alolan Pokemon. I got Sandshrew. I got Rattata. I don't know if it evolves. I don't know if either of them, like, when they evolve, they're the Alolan forms as well. Or if they just turn into, like, a regular Sandslash or Raticate. That'd be cool if it was the Alolan ones. Where was I? I'm lost in thought. Yeah, I haven't seen any shinies yet in my area. And I've went, like, in my area, a little south. I'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll have to do some trades at Philly. I've tried to do trades with other people, other friends of mine that have been playing, but I didn't know exactly what they wanted or what they had. So a lot of my Pokemon, in the meantime, since I didn't have anything to trade them with, I just picked the best ones for CP and then favored them. And then the rest of them, I just took them out to, like, make more candy for each one. And then if I had enough candy, I would try to evolve them or power them up a little bit more. And I say favorite them because, as we know, favoriting a Pokemon keeps it from being transferred by accident. So... because I did almost have that happen once or twice. I'm like, no! Don't get rid of them. Alright. I have to really move these pieces around. Because now, I gotta put the board in here. Build on top of that for the rest of this. But yeah, like I said, the rest of it is just the basketball hoop at this point, it looks like. My cousin used to have... I don't know if he had this set. He did have a couple of the basketball sets. I don't know if I can get him. I don't know if he has them anymore. But I do remember that he used to have the, like, snowboarding slope set. Like, a large snowboarding set. You'd basically, like, launch them down a ramp, and you have all these little things you can kind of do tricks with them. It's a cool idea. Didn't always work, but it definitely looked cool. Try to favorite a lot. Community days of increased shiny chances. Ah, that's good. Lego for Life, nice to see you here as well. I would do super chat, but I'm broke. Hey, no problem, Benny. Thank you very much. Thank you for... Insert SpongeBob and Patrick melting from the fly fishing... Or, no. Confusing my episodes. SpongeBob and Patrick melting from the... I want to buy all your chocolate. And it's just melting in. Thank you for your patronage. I've wanted to try Twitch for some time. I watch people through Twitch every so often. If I get the chance. Sometimes I watch them through Facebook Live. There's some of them that do a little bit of both. But I thought about, like, what if I if I did a Twitch and there were, like, emotes or whatever, I would like to do something where like, if somebody donated, it would just have that melted SpongeBob and Patrick show up and say, "Thank you for your patronage." That would be the best. That would be so me. That's so me. Like, that's so Raven. We're jumping around all kinds of references, aren't we? Welcome to Maniac for Bricks. So we have like these little, I guess this would be like the padding inside of the gym. The idea of it, it's technically just to keep the ball in the ring, but, you know. Oof. Yeah, it's a big set. It takes a while to sort. I feel your pain, but there's a lot to get into. What we got here? One of the YouTubers I'm subscribed to did a video in this top 10 worst top 10s. Well, that's meta. But it could be a thing. Nathaniel Bandy. Oh, he does video game stuff, doesn't he? I think I've watched him before. I don't think I've watched that video, but I do know who you're talking about. There's a lot of the Super Mario 64 hacks or reruns of the game, or, you know, something made in the style of it. I love that. I also love the game. You know, I've seen like a few of his, I think, Twitch compilations. What was SpongeBob a lot today? Nice. Any day is a good day to quote SpongeBob. I saw a video that popped up on my feed, because of course it did, about 40 times that Squidward was relatable. I'm like, that's what growing up is. And I've heard this from other people, that's how I interpreted it, but growing up is, as a kid, you love SpongeBob and Patrick. As an adult, not that you love Squidward, but you relate to Squidward. Super Mario 64. Right, yeah, okay. Maniac for references, definitely. I would love to do a compilation of all the references that I've done on just any videos. Live streams would be very hard to do, very hard to track them, but they're out there. In videos, I've done a handful of references and tried to like include the thing there. Well, yeah, that's there's that episode too. Oh, we're almost done with this. Sweet. We get to play it in action. So it seems like all the pieces are here, unless there's another step or two of something to build that I'm not aware of. It seems like all the pieces are here, and the main thing that I'm missing is the is some of the players. That's not bad. Especially considering I have other basketball players that I can throw in here, be it on the red or purple side, or just like the actual NBA All-Stars. I do wish I had Shaq. I did have him at one point, but I sold the set, and I should have just parted it out and kept Shaq. Honorary Lego Movie character. Oh no, they were ready for that. I love that. Alright, there we go. So yeah, you have one guy that you can put on either end and block the shots, which is pretty cool. It's a nice idea. Alright, let me go through here. One piece remains. Well, not the show, but you know what I mean. That's actually really weird. That's the only piece, that's the only extra piece that I found in here. It makes me feel like I built this wrong. Like, there's something missing in here, but no. There are very few places it could be used. Oh, I didn't put on the stickers. Yeah, I don't know about that. Because here's the thing. The stickers in this set, some of them, they go well. They have a good, like, surface area, so it's not too hard to put them over stuff. Like the ramps on the sides. But the... And I think there's like one or two that are actually on the tiles. Excuse me. Losing my mind here. But then there's like the ones in the sidelines where those gray tiles went in. Sticker over assembly. Not sure about that. I could probably put the score counters on. I'm not sure. I think for now I'll keep all the stickers off and still play with it. And that's the other thing I thought was really cool about the sets in the time. they advertised that you could interact with each of these sets, like take components off of them and replace them with other things. For example, they have the slam dunk type of set. It's like taking more on a street basketball court. And they show you that you can take out one or two sections of it, rebuild it a little bit, and then you have a guy that can do a slam dunk right over here. That's really cool. I do have that set, but all the pieces are an Easter bib. You know, all over the place. They do show one of the sets that I don't have as far as another way of blocking. Not that I can't build that. Just don't have it right now. I don't... Actually, let me check something. Okay, that won't work. I was going to say, there might be one or two other things I could rebuild here, but not really. Like, they wouldn't fit with that setup. Also, here's a strange thing. Alright, see you for a bit, Ninja Tanic. Here's a strange thing. And this is with almost every time I see the instructions for NBA sports sets. For this set in particular, in no other sets, in this set in particular, the minifigures, arms and legs are all red. Very strange. They don't even have... One or two guys have the headpiece. Some of these don't even have the right faces. So, and... Oh! Oh, that's so weird. I didn't even notice that until now. They have different stickers on a bunch of this stuff, too. Like, it's the same construction for almost every part of this, but the stickers on, like, the basketball court on the outsides and things, on the blue ramp pieces, they're all different. And here's the weird thing. I'm looking real close at this, and I have the light going, so I'm, like, you know, real serious now. The stickers along these... I put it in frame. It might be easier. Put these guys up here. The stickers that were going along these pieces, the sticker over assembly I was talking about before, they would all say Lego on both sides of it. The blue ramps along these sides would say some of the following. They would say MasterCard, Lexus, Radio Shack, and I can't quite make out the last one. It's a little hard to see because there's a guy's head blocking it. But on the other side, there's like... I know it's a fast food thing. I don't know if it's fast food, but it's some food-related thing. It's like a red triangle-looking thing that has a Q in the middle. And it looks like the word quick, but I could be wrong. I know it's something that Lego's partnered with before. You know I've done the research. But that's really interesting. That might... I'm really kicking myself. I was about to say, this might have to go into Bizarre Lego as like a strange fact or something about the set. But, here's the thing. It's not actually on the actual set. And here's the other thing. I've been bugging myself with Bizarre Lego daily. There's always something that I feel like I could add into Bizarre Lego for a strange fact or something to add into other stuff in the set. I don't know. And believe me, I'm still hyped about writing more for this and trying to make more pages out of it and make it more worth it. But I need to submit it to a publisher at some point to review it, you know? Alright, let me go back. I missed a bunch of things in there. That one looks like a pain to build. Maniac for one missing piece. It's very strange. Even in regular Lego sets, I've never seen a missing one piece. Or I think it might be spare piece. Thank you, Bet the Good Eye. And Bizarre Instructions. There you go. Bizarre Lego Part 2. I don't know. Yeah, Sega. That'll be great to display. Probably the best thing you can do with the Death Star 2 is display it. Because there's no function to it. And I don't know if you would count the Superstar Destroyer as, like, part of a function. Kind of more for scale. I don't know if you mean play me in real basketball or this basketball. I feel like a Volume 2 is going to happen. Because as much as I could add more pages to this thing and make it more worthwhile for the book, there's a lot more I'm going to find after the book is published. So it's just a matter of me actually stopping, looking at what I have, and proofreading a couple things here and there. I proofread some of it, but there's a bunch of other parts that are like, no, this still need work over there, and I just haven't done anything. Yeah. I still need to like look it over and say, hey, here's what we actually need to do. I'm not really throwing these guys in any particular order. I don't think I am. The other thing that's kind of worried me about making Bizarre Lego is the fact that Lego is going to have, with Dorling Kindersley, another book coming out with Lego stuff. And it's like, yeah, the main point of Bizarre Lego is to highlight the weird stuff that Lego has done in their marketing or different products they've made over time. But the other half of it is I want to share the history of some of this product, the history of Lego products in general, and see how it evolved. Like, this isn't just a one-off experiment without any purpose. There was actually, there's something to back it up. And you kind of see remnants of that in other stuff, long after the fact. You could argue buildable figures for Star Wars nowadays is like the modern version of, Galador, or something like that. You have a lot more red guys than purple guys here. Not to be confused with the purple guy. I wish I could jump like that. He's like shaking his head. He's gonna get major whiplash. But it's actually enough room that you could like really like block someone trying to shoot there. I could try it. And yes, I am writing a book. Anchor Dragon, nice to see you here. And I know, I'm sorry that I couldn't make Brick Fair. So yeah, Benny, if you haven't seen, there's a book I've been writing since November called Bizarre Lego. It is about unusual and lesser known Lego products, mostly, but it does have like a couple things here and there about the evolution of Lego products and like going through. This is similar to something you might have seen before, Also, I didn't mention it that much, but I have also been writing an article on the side that's kind of halted a bit of progress for Bizarre Lego. I have been writing an article on the side for Brothers Brick that goes into detail about the first real Lego video game. And it does take some notes from Bizarre Lego, but it's not word for word. There's a whole bunch of points. I try to like rewrite them a bit and change it up. The thing isn't supposed to be like part of the advertising in any way. Like, at the end of the article, I'll say, look for the upcoming book. No. It's just kind of like, there's my name out there about an unusual Lego product and an obscure, system that it was on. But if you see that name again with Bizarre Lego, people will be like, oh yeah, that was an interesting article or whatever. Like kind of, but not entirely. Not too out there. Alright, let's see if I can get this in. Well, shot right over it. Shot over it again. One of these basketballs actually does say Spalding on it, by the way. And NBA. The rest of them are kind of plain, but they still have like the black stripes. That would be a cool party trick to jump like that. Yeah, definitely. I'll be making next year when Nick Bluetooth comes back. Honestly, I do feel bad with not meeting him in person. Like we talked a lot through Instagram, and I had to give him the sorry news as well that I couldn't go. But he was like, to worry about it. I still wished him to have a good time, and there'll still be like people that really enjoy him. And from what I can tell, they did. Like through a lot of different Instagram posts, I did see the Q&A that he hosted, and that was great. Like really wholesome. All right. If this guy could really aim, and the other guy could really block. Crickets are outside. Yeah, there we go. Okay. You saw it. You could block it. Like I just knocked it out of him. Yeah, nice. Threw it in my own hand. Okay. Yeah, okay, that works. It's good. Except now he got the hoop. I put it in the hoop, I slam. I hear the crowd screaming out jam. I swear that I'm telling you the facts. That's how beat Shaq. That's the other reason why it would be fun to have Shaquille O'Neal's minifigure to set up with this stuff. Can you imagine if I just made an Aaron Carter Lego minifigure just for that joke? Because again, that was a reference. The early 2000s was a lot about basketball. It's no wonder that Lego partnered with the NBA to make these sets. The early 2000s was like, it literally was, basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. Psych. Okay, he was too late on that, but... Oh, he almost caught it. Well, he didn't get it, but he's got this other guy over here. This is another cool thing, and they did this with the soccer sets as well. They have like these sliding parts in the base plate, so you can actually move the minifigures in a given area back and forth. It's really good for like trying to aim it. Not really good for like good for offense, not defense. There, put it that way. One thing that is a bit of a problem, if the guy blocking on either hoop gets the ball, they can't really do much with it. Actually, okay, yeah, they could. Like, they could score it on themselves. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see that again. But yeah, okay, he can actually toss it a bit. Just tossing it backward. Okay, yeah. Well, it's still functional as a regular basketball player. That's good. It just has an extra added function of jumping real high. Like twice the minifigure height right there. Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. Yeah, that as well. Space Jam. How do we sell basketball sneakers to kids? What do kids like? Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes. We got it. Hey, that marketing campaign paid off really well. How about we make a movie with Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan? Good idea. They're basically printing money, but I love it. For better or for worse, I love it. 7 times the charm. I'm good. I'm glad he wants to come back. Basketball is fun. I see a way to lose Lego basketballs. I mean, there's obviously a couple gaps in the set, so it would be easy for it to fall out of there, or even just like the sheer force of tossing them, easy for it to fall out. But this feels solid. Like, I'm picking it up by the ends that are connected by Technic pieces. And you can see here, the whole thing breaks. As you can see here, it's holding together very well. Very well. Very well. Just break it right on camera. that would be the end of the stream. It'd be like, okay, maybe not that well. But no, this is fun. This feels like a proper basketball play space. I do actually want the hockey one now that I think about it. There was like 2 or 3 hockey ones, if I remember right. And I got the field for one of the hockey ones incomplete. Only like the large tiles, basically. but hey, they're good tiles. They're actually part of the bumper cars. And the other one, I think, is in Avengers Tower. So, but yeah, I loved, as a kid, going to like an arcade or like a Chuck E. Cheese or some other party place, and they would have the domed, they have the domed like ice hockey table. And you have to keep moving them back and forth. That's still around. I wouldn't get a personal one because those are like hundreds of dollars, but I'd play them again. I think I have seen it before at Boatcraft, which is an amusement park in New Jersey that I've been to before as a kid. I haven't been through there as an adult yet, but you know, it's possible. But the Lego version must be pretty cool too. I mean, it still had the same gimmick of like using long sticks on the sides that would move them back and forth and swing them. So maybe. Turns off the camera. I have the bigger one. Right, there is a bigger version of this court that has like the large bowl pieces. I love those things. Great for GBC. And probably even better for like playing in. Nebulon Bricks, nice to see you here. Oh boy. 251 of the 1x2 dark gray bricks. I can't say I can find many of those for you right now, Sega. I don't know. Probably Bricklink. It's the cheapest way to get tons of basic bricks like 2x4s and 1x2s. Bricklink is a good option. I would weigh it against Bricks and Pieces to see which is cheaper. Because they might be close. I don't know which one is actually cheaper between them. If you pick up any Lego sets that have like Life of George aspect or Lego Town or Lego Fusion, actually the Pencil Pot House, not the newer one as far as I remember, but the older one that actually looked like a house, that had some good basic bricks in it, mostly 1x's, like 1x1 to 1x8 or 10, I think, something around there. I don't know. I actually thought about doing a cooking thing. I don't know if it'd be a cooking live stream or just a cooking video for the Jell-O Jurassic World stuff that I picked up a while ago from Target. I don't know, it could be funny. I don't know if it was going to be good enough for a stream versus a regular video. And we already did a stream here, so I might as well do the video form. I'm going to keep this guy up in the air and see if he can shoot past him. Oh, we hit him in the head. He used his head. He launched out of his hands, hit the guy in the face, rolled back, and into the hoop. That was awesome. That's an NBA highlight. If I ever knew what one was. And that one he just hit it off the backboard. Okay. Backboard again. Just nailing it at the backboard. It's probably the best way to do it. Easiest way, I'll give you that. Oh, he did not pick it up right. Got stuck in its hands. And it's off the table. The crowd goes wild. And the Joey goes hungry. I need dinner. I'll definitely do the Jell-O thing, but I'm probably gonna have it as its own video. Man, I still gotta edit the Lego shooting gallery video. I was gonna do like eons ago. Game McDote still has to do that. Curious what this is like without the tire on there. If there's a difference in how they feel. Oh, it doesn't sound as loud, but I love this clear tire. I think they have made clear tires before or after this in Lego. Maybe SpongeBob Bikini Bottom Express, like a different type of tire, but still having like white wheel and clear tire. I don't know, maybe. Give you a look again. Here is the sticker sheet, which is crumbled, but they're all intact. NBA, a lot of times. Legoland, Lego Studios. Then Lego website, NBA website, Spalding, NBA, Lego Sports, and then the scorecard. So yeah, I'm just going to try to keep that one with the instructions hopefully flat, so it won't get too damaged. I don't plan on putting the stickers on here, at least for now, especially with some of them that are not only large, but I don't know, I might mess it up. And they have the sticker over assembly ones I'm not going to worry about. They have like this table back here. I don't know. It's supposed to be like awards or like a coach's table. I don't know. I just noticed that there. It's not on the other side of it. Wait, did it freeze? Yeah, great stickers. Nice, man. Had some deal at Brick Fair, like $10 Kids Fest figure. That's pretty good. That is very good. Brick Fair is real good with the yard sale. A little better than Philly, I will admit. Like Star Wars Solo minifigures at Legoland, so I had to buy $50 with. Yeah. Livestream for that would be cool. I just didn't know if it would be too much for one night of doing more. Oh, Lego was selling them. Interesting. Did I miss somebody? That was perfectly said. Bricklink is good for specialty pieces. Yeah, definitely. Watching a grown man play with Lego. Quality content. Yeah, it is. That's what you're here for. I don't really know why the stream froze. I just know that it did. I thought there was something wrong with the camera again. At least you can still hear me. I'm glad that still got through. Got two of the Unikitty blind bags. Maybe we could finish that out, like a live haul or something. Because I did go to the Lego store today, and I think I made the right choice. And there was a choice I was going to make either way. I did see about the Lone Ranger train. That is awesome. The Constitution is like one of my favorite designs of a Lego train in terms of like realism. Like along like Emerald Knight sort of thing. We could do a live haul. Just move this aside. I gotta go grab the bag. Ouch. I gotta stretch too. I've been sitting for what, 40 minutes? 88 minutes? Are you kidding me? Is that with or without the midstream break thing? No. So, I went to the Lego store today to try to get both the Unikitty thing, the Unikitty promo, and the Plants from Plants promo at the same time. Because I did ask the employees, and they did say that if you buy more than $35 of stuff, and 25 of it is still Unikitty related, that will work. Like, that will still qualify for both. The problem was, I had $35 in cash, a handful of change, and like $4.80 or something on PayPal. I do have my PayPal debit card or whatever, but it's not always working that right. I don't know. I'll have to try that. Shop and Home works too. I did not get the Pirate Coaster. If the Pirate Coaster fit in this box, I would be disappointed. So I do want to get the Pyro Coaster still, but that's a lot more lawn mowing at the moment. if I have that's like the best income I have right now outside of selling some sets. If you get extra Unikitty I don't have, I'll buy them from you. I'm getting 2 of those. Oh, nice. So here's what I've got. Some of the stuff is like, I like it. Some of it I tried to get for Bazaar Lego. So I'll actually do an unboxing here. I might have to actually cut the stream, keep this as a live haul, but like, if people just want to see the haul portion, do that. Got the scissors. Me emerging out of the darkness with a pair of scissors. It's Maniac for bricks. Alright, so hopefully this is worth it. Here's what I got. Originally, I got to the $35 threshold. I got like $41 after tax. And it was alright. But, like I said, my PayPal debit card didn't quite work, so the extra $4 or so I could have added didn't happen. So I had to take out like 2 or 3 things. Mostly CMF packs for Harry Potter. I wound up with like 33 and change after tax for all this. So the only promo that I did get was the Unikitty one. I was like $2 short of the other one. But I can't be mad that they didn't like bump it in there. Because as far as Unikitty sets go, I got the $20 like party set 41453 Party Time. This is probably the best one for like getting a whole bunch of the figures in one set and not paying too much for it. Because I did want to get Hawkadile. I want to get a lot of the figures, honestly. But I want to get the ones that are from the main characters. And this is a good combination of the main characters. There's still like Dr. Fox and Richard and 1 or 2 others I still need to get. But this is good. I do like this set a lot. I got one of the packs. This was in the back left corner of the box, which was relatively new. I don't know if it was already picked through for any figures. This technically was like 2 cents short of the $25. Because $3.99 plus $19.99, it's like $24.98 or something. But the employee that was working at the store waived it and got me the promo. So I'm grateful for that. I didn't have to buy a whole nother figure for it or something like that to actually run it through the system or whatever. But that's why I can't complain about the, the $2 short of getting the $35 promo for the plant set. Now, other than that, to try to meet up to the plant set, I got 3. Originally, I was going to get 3 of the Harry Potter figures, and then like, the extras pack. And I meant to get this because, the Plans with Plants has a couple of these plants in it, so I compared them. But I'm going to have to keep it sealed for now because I don't have that set. But I did still want to get this for Bazaar Lego. This was something I've wanted to get because I got Dean Thomas already. And I'm taking this very, like, one at a time for the figures, just to be sure I get what I need at first. But this was one that I'm like, oh, I probably need that because evolution of minifigures, you have the short legs, but you also have the new dress piece. So I kind of have to include that, and photography is necessary. For the one I got, it was Professor Trelawney. I don't know if you guys already guessed it by now. Oh, I almost dropped the head. Almost dropped it twice. Pardon me. But, yeah, only one face on her. No back printing. I guess it's not bad for the no back printing since her hair takes up a lot of it. And there's not much that can be seen from the back, so yeah, that's good. And I chose her over Dumbledore because I chose her over Voldemort only by a margin. I originally did want to get Dumbledore. Or I originally wanted to get Voldemort. I'm confused myself. But I felt like for photos, it would be a little bit easier to use her or Dumbledore because he's white-skinned. White, plastic, color, not making it a racial thing. I'm going to get reamed for that in the comments. Anywho, I felt like her colors would work better in a photography for the book. I chose her over Dumbledore because I couldn't find Dumbledore. So that's how that happened. I don't know if she has the same wand piece as Dean Thomas. If she does, I'm just going to use his extra wand to keep the other sprue here, because I have seen some really cool techniques with using the sprue. And I'm like, this would be good. Plus, she's got a teacup. That looks really nice. Like 2 separate pieces for the coaster and the cup itself. That's awesome. I love it. And like a little design on the very strange 1x1 piece that is used for a coaster. I gotta read back the comments. I'm sorry that I haven't gotten back to them. Made either got tons of common bricks from either Bricklink bricks and yeah, any of those will work. I gave up on Unikitty blind bag since I only needed like 4 more, and the last 2 were Lizard Kitty. I am trying. I actually do have contacts to help you with getting the other figures that you need. So message me privately, and I'll see what I can do to get those other figures. Let's see. These are the first 2 Unikitty blind characters I got, and already had 2 of the same. Oh, it's a bummer. Let's see. I got both and went during Brick Fair. Yes. Sorry, XP Ninja Dan. Also nice to see you here. Sorry I didn't say so before, but I am getting to that. I'm just talkative. Welcome to Maniac for Bricks. I did get the calendars for August and September, and as well the catalog. Not going to worry about that for now. So this was the back left corner of the box. It seemed relatively new. I don't know if there was already picked through for a bunch of them, but I didn't feel this pack at all. Because I was like, I have none of them right now, so the chances of getting a unique one are 100%. Because I have none. Let's see now. Ready? Oh, it's a puppy corn. Okay, it was hard to see because the instructions were in the way here. This is the Dalmatian puppy corn. I had the instructions like wrapped around the package here. I'm going to do a lot of splicing if I'm going to put this as a regular video sometime later. So the front of it just has a big picture of Unikitty and puppy corn. It says Unikitty. Or is that the back? Now it's the back because this is there's the checklist I was looking for in the front. We have them all assembled. And this is interesting that it's like the instructions design of everyone. Not the not like the promo pictures or whatever you call them where advertising them on the box itself. So technically my first Unikitty set is Dalmatian puppy corn. I've watched the TV show. I've been trying to keep up with it since it started. Not only because of the sets, but also because I wanted to see what it was about. A Lego tie-in TV show. See how it goes. It's charming. It's a lot of crazy fun. Like, turn your brain off for a bit, you'll have a good time, basically. With that said, I've looked over this series a few times, and I had no idea where some of these variants are supposed to come from. I don't really know if they're coming up in future episodes. There's 1 or 2 I can say already happened in an episode. Like, there's an Angry Kitty in the series. That's pretty obvious. There's a Sleepy Kitty and, like, a Queasy Kitty. You could argue they've already been used in the show. So, yeah, okay. Let's see. Oh, he's got, like, the red piece for the collar. That's cool. So, let's see. The weird thing is Puppy Corn's already a dog, but then he's wearing a Dalmatian costume. This is the costume series. I don't know why. And we have this new piece, which I believe is the same one they use for Honkadile, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 1x1 tile or modified tile, whatever you want to call it, with like a tooth, overhang sort of thing. That's pretty neat. And they use that with every version of Puppy Corn, as far as I recall. And we've got the new cloud base plate. This is really cute. I really like this. this would be a fun one to have for any Lego backdrop. So you could put it right up there. It's a cloud. And we do have a couple of extra pieces with this. I do want to note that there is an extra 1x1 round plate with a hole. Unless I didn't put it on somewhere. No, I did. 2 extra 1x1 regular plates. You know, just square plates, whatever. White and black. Extra horn in white. And the collar piece. That was the newer mini pig 1x1. So yeah, you do get extra parts with any of the Unikitty sets. Filling the packs is kind of hard to do. Like, for the first 3, it would be okay because you would have 3 different body types, but you wouldn't know between one version of Unikitty. Like for example, you wouldn't know between a Sleepy Kitty and a Queasy Kitty because they're the same parts, but you can't feel the pattern. You can't feel the printing. Hey, maybe we'll build another set at this rate. Hopefully, I didn't waste my money here. I feel like some people are going to say, why didn't you have enough money? You could have just bought $35 of stuff and got the both promos. I'm doing what I can. But I did, yeah. Here is the poly bag for the Unikitty Castle Room. I forget exactly what it was called. Hold on a sec. But yeah, I'd respect if nobody chastised me for not getting extra dollars that I don't have to, you know, get the promo that I wanted. Don't say I didn't try. It's not hard. It's not hard to get up to $35 of Lego. What is hard is getting the money together. Unikitty Castle Room. That's what it's called. All right, let me put that. Let me pour that out and show you how that goes. So there is actually a fabric piece in here for the castle, I believe. Not fabric. It's like cardstock. That's the word. I did see how this looked in the store. And I don't know if I'm going to get all the Unikitty sets. I think for now, I'll get like 2 or 3 other ones at best. But I'm not sure about every dog inception. Yeah, definitely. 2, 8, 11, and 13. What number is on the left side of the barcode in the back? Oh, good question. The barcode for the Dalmatian puppy corn was 1908. I don't know if that actually works. Left side of the barcode. Oh. 6236600. There's also another number on the bottom right that says 132405. I don't know if any of those numbers actually indicate which is which. I thought the one that they engrave on the package would be the difference because I have seen that before with Mega Bloks SpongeBob. They've done that with a number of the series in the past where that number corresponds to which figure you get and has been proven correct. That method has also worked with Thomas Minis, which I've used to good effect. Yes, I have picked up Thomas Minis in the past. I'm sorry, I really need to play catch up with the chat. Why is the stream mirrored? I don't know. I felt if you got lucky and got Queasy Kitty, which reminded me of Drew. No, Drew. That was funny. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in the coaster one, but it's like, if I get that, I'm going to have to buy 2 of them. Or get the extra parts to make a full coaster with like bricks and pieces or something. So it's like, I can't just have half of the track. And I do want to have that as an upcoming video. I want to talk about that. Where it's like, I get that Lego is making halvesies of different Lego sets to cut costs, to make it easier for consumers, and to, you know, if people want to make the whole thing, it's just extra profit for them if they want it, you know? That's like why the Mos Eisley Cantina, you could, there's Mr. Bookie Boo bought like 4 of those set and made a full, you know, surrounded, at least, not full scale, a full surrounded area for the cantina. Now, I don't have the other Unikitty here with me, but I'm looking at the blue, and this feels a lot more like solid blue than the one from the Lego Movie. Which is good. It's not too like faded or anything. Just look at her. That's my Cheery Kitty, basically. It's not the one from the SDCC promo, San Diego Comic-Con, from like years ago. It's the closest I'm getting to it. So there's not much of a build to this. There's like a bed, and it looks like an aquarium. And the aquarium is only half. I feel like, yeah, probably could add a little bit more to it. I mean, as a free poly bag, I guess you can't complain. A little crabby. I actually don't remember if she has a pet crab. I have to look back in the episode. But, there's a little crab. He's got his own case, sort of. Plant. And food. On the other side, now that's what I'm talking about. There's like a full bed in here. I may get the party sets and the figs. Got the coaster one. Oh, wait, saw that before. Number on the same with 2. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to have to postpone the party time one. I don't think it's going to be enough time to get that one built for tonight. I'm really hungry. I'm sorry. Food sometimes precedes Lego. This time I gave Lego a good amount. Gave it a good share. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's the hunger that's talking. This is the exact number of pieces, by the way. No extra pieces whatsoever left over from this thing. But here is a cloud/rainbowy bed. It's so bright, I don't think the camera is able to capture it. You can kind of see like different color in there. Like that peachy yellow, like very bright yellow. Kind of a bright orange. This magenta. And then like this really cool red-violet. I like that. You do have enough room to fit Unikitty entirely on here with tail. Like you don't have to move the tail around or anything. She totally fits there. It's a tiled though thing, so she gonna fly off. She's still happy. And now we got to get to the other part of it. So outside of that, we have a couple bits for a lot of glittery stickers. I can feel just the area of this. It's full of glitter. And not rubbing off of my hands. Hey, credit. How deep do I go? No, actually, the glitter is really staying on to the stickers themselves. I do not have it all over my hands now and on the table. So props for that. But these are all like different, maybe call them emoji, that are kind of shown in the show. It's called Sparkle Matter. It's like just emotions, shown here and there. You can even see it on some of the box artwork. Like, look at Unikitty, and you can see like these 3 little bits of Sparkle Matter on top of her. They did a whole episode about it and kind of explaining how that works in their world. Now you get like this mini form of Unikitty's castle, and the inside of it is supposed to look like her room. It actually does have like close artwork to the show, as far as like the backgrounds and such. I am a little disappointed that, not for this set, but for another set, where they have like a creative box sort of thing. You build Unikitty's castle, but it's really small. Like, maybe you could fit 2 figures in there. But other than that, there's really not much to write home for that, in my opinion. And there's like these 2 inserts. A Brick Bakery, I did see you there. Welcome to the stream. We already did a basketball build, but now we're doing Unikitty. And I'm going to isolate the hall part of this. No, I really do enjoy the show. Like I said, if you turn your brain off, don't overthink it. It's cute fun, like nonsense, but in the best way possible. I wasn't sure if I would get used to Tara Strong voicing Unikitty versus Alison Brie from the Lego Movie, but I think she does a good job, and she's a well-trained voice actress, so I can't complain. Have I seen Final Space? No, I don't think I've even heard of that movie. Here we go. Okay, it's like half of a Happy Meal toy. Or rather the box, I should say. Because it's like, comes up a little bit and then angles in. Like a traditional house sort of feel. But there's your backdrop for the Unikitty castle room. From the outside, get her face. From this side. Because the whole house is supposed to be shaped like her. She runs the Uni Kingdom. And they also encourage you on the instructions to put stickers all through here, but I'm not going to do that for now. She fits in there. And so does her crab. Nice little abode for them. But yeah, I don't know if I'm really going to do it on a live stream of building the other set, the party time. I'll probably just build this on my own and put it somewhere. I did want to get out the other Unikitty stuff from the Lego Movie, but I don't actually know where it is. A bunch of Lego Movie sets are in a bin somewhere. 1 or 2 of them might actually be missing. I have to find them again. I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'm hungry. You don't like me, and I'm hungry. So there's everything here. We still got a Unikitty. We still got a puppet corn. They're playing inside of the house. Just like that. And yes, back again, Dogception. This is a Dalmatian outfit for a dog. A dog. I forget exactly how it says in the show, or the lead up to it. Am I excited for the new Smash? Yeah. I saw tidbits from the latest Direct, and I really do like K. Rool finally being a character. Simon Belmont, even if he wasn't a character playable in the game, or if it was just like a background in something, or like an assist trophy or whatever, I like that they at least include some Castlevania stuff in there. Classic Castlevania is pretty iconic, pretty important for video games, and nice to, acknowledge that in the game, in Smash Brothers. I do not have a Switch right now, so I won't be able to play it right now or like immediately as it launches. Believe me, I'd love to get a Switch. I do love Mario Odyssey. I've played a handful of that. I've played some I've watched somebody. I watched my brother play Breath of the Wild, in the same room or whatever. I've played Mario Kart 8 on there. It was all right. There's definitely good reasons to get a Switch, and I've played some of Sonic Mania, which is really good. Fantastic. But I'm not ready for going out to buy a Switch, though. If I was ready to go out and buy Ninjago City Docks, then I would be ready to go buy a Switch. Even though the Switch is a little bit more. Final Space. I did see advertisements about that, but I haven't watched the show itself. but I did hear about it. Try to bring it to Brick Fair, Virginia next year, and we can play. Oh, nice. That'd be pretty cool. I have I have seen people like bring the Switch around like it's a Nintendo DS or a Game Boy, and it's like, this is pretty cool having it like mobile and easy to plug in anywhere. You know, if you have an HD TV, that is, but who doesn't nowadays? Even I have an HD TV. I'm so with the world. With that, I'm leaving the stream. Thank you for joining. Thank you for not making me feel like I wasted my money with the Lego haul, because I was like so close for the plant set, and there's only like 2 or 3 days left for it, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get that thing. But I was still willing to take the plunge and still get the Unikitty promo. Thank you again as far as the basketball thing. I should throw a picture on Instagram with like Unikitty like making a slam dunk into the hoop. That would be awesome. I'm bringing it back out. Just Dean Thomas fighting Garmadon on the Ninjago Bridge, Master Falls Bridge, or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna do it here live. You'll see it on Instagram. You know where to find me. But would have covered you if I was there. I don't know what you mean, but thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard for me to tell with a lot of different changes that are in the background of everything I do. You know, all the personal stuff and whatever that I don't want to go too much into detail about. And, you know, when I do, or if anybody does in the community, it's like, you know, is it really worth sharing? Or what? I don't know. There was usually a backlash to revealing something that's more personal, that's like, this is the backbone of how I'm able to do the stuff that you're already enjoying. So that's why I'm a little iffy as to actually, like, even talk about it. You know, financial situation and everything, and you'd think, like, oh, I was able to make enough money to go to Brick Fest, you know, Philly Brick Fest. Why couldn't I do the same for Brick Fair? It's a bigger investment, and it's not that I could do the same thing twice, you know, for making that happen. So I have no idea what the future will hold as far as Brick Fair next year in Virginia, or even Philly next year, Brickfest. You know, I'm trying my best, and at least for now, if I can make something that just covers the basics but still have some Lego to share around every so often, that'll work. I don't think Bizarre Lego is going to be a complete like yacht. You know, people have joked about like a YouTuber needs to write a book so they can afford their next yacht or something. I know it's not realistic, but I don't expect it to be a huge money maker is what I'm trying to say. But something that's like, I've already wanted to make this on my own, and getting paid for it on the side is good. But I'm just babbling at this point. I need to go shoot hoops with Unikitty. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you on Instagram with the posts, whatever I do for this. And I'll have to see about bestseller. We've covered you first there at the Lego. Oh, yeah. Nah, thanks. I still think it was good customer service. I still think it was good enough that they let me have the Unikitty promo with being 2 cents short. Like, you know, I think anybody would have let it slide in like that situation, no matter what store it was in, that sort of thing. It's like, and Lego does have a good reputation when it comes to in-person and online customer service. Yeah, just do right, yeah, do what I'm comfortable doing. And, you know, this was something that I just got extra money for right before the weekend started, and I thought, well, maybe I could pull it together. But, you know, I did what I could. I still wanted to buy Unikitty stuff. I do still want to get the series. I work on that at some later point. I at least tried to take a dive and just pick one out of the pile. And I did still want to get the set built eventually. Thank you for watching this video. I've rambled on for too long. I'm going to go eat dinner. Have a good night, everybody. And maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow at Greenberg. I don't know if I'm going to do a live stream there. Again, I'll at least cover footage as best as I can of the different train layouts. Because I've already done the Lego layout. You can check out the mock showcase video about that. There's not much to change from there. I might just post 1 or 2 pictures to Instagram and Twitter. So you can check that out on the socials. I know I'm not the most entertaining guy out there when it comes to this sort of stuff. I'm just a Lego fan. And that's all I aim. That's my goal right now. Just to be a Lego fan. Before I get too deep, I'll see you later.